about all the things that I think impacted the way that I am now. And like negatively, that still stays with me. I think I have this deep-seated need to be loved incredibly deeply by the people that do love me. Like friends, relationships. It needs to be like all or nothing, or I don't think about them. Like they're not really my friend. I think that's why I call everyone my best friend. Why I have so many best friends. Because I have a best friend for different periods in my life, or different phases that have still stuck by me. But I think that all of them love me so deeply and would like ride or die for me, and I would ride or die for them. And that's like what I need in my life to like value the relationship, which is a little unhealthy, I think. I think it's good to have some people like that, but I don't think it's healthy to expect that from every single person. Like, they're so obsessed with me and have so much respect for me and love and support, and they know that I have it right back for them, and they're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But I think that stems from feeling really alone and never dealing with grief. I think I have like a giant gaping hole in, is that my exit? No. In me from Dad dying, that I never figured out how to feel or fix, mend, fill it. And it is like a feeling that I need to be like so encapsulated by someone and so one-track mind focus, can't think of anything else type of kind of thing to fill it. Like, I don't think I ever fully had processed anything at all, because I never processed like the worst of all my trauma, which was Dad dying. Like, Dad died, didn't process it. I thought he was hiding out somewhere alive until like sophomore, junior year. I would have vivid dreams of him being like in Ohio or Ireland, sometimes Maryland, I don't know why. And he was just living a life out there without me. And I was like convinced he was never dead. I never accepted it. So I don't think I accepted anything else in, like, that's how I learned to process things. I just didn't. And I just let it eat away at me. And I would just shove it down, shove it down, shove it down, shove it down until I forgot about it. Like, quite literally, I ended up forgetting everything because it was so damaging, and I couldn't deal with like all of these things that had happened to me growing up. And I didn't know where to start. And I think that pain from everything being one thing on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the, like just building up all my life, I don't think I knew where to start, and I don't think I knew how to do that in a healthy way. And I think that if I tried to deal with it, I don't think it would have gone well. And like Sam, for instance, that affects me to this day. I cannot like be with someone intimately sober at all. I need to be obliterated, or I can't do it. I don't want anything to do with that. Like, don't fucking touch me. But at the same time, I expect like this devotion from everyone around me, because without that I can't like let people in. And I think that also comes from Alistair, because he was like all that I had for a really long time in my mind. I wasn't close with the sisters. That's not on them. I wasn't close with Mom. She was actually like my biggest enemy. I couldn't talk to her. I didn't want to know her. I didn't want to be around her. I didn't want anything to do with her. I just wanted to live my life privately, away from her. And the sisters, I didn't want to be around any of them. I didn't want them in my life. Not because they necessarily did anything. I didn't want it. I think like being around them all just reminded me how much I had lost and how much I was hurting and how much help that I needed that I couldn't ask for. Oh, I'm barefoot. I think I'll need this. That was really annoying. Why can't they just charge me? Like, why can't they just mail the fucking toll? Does it really need to be that big of a deal? Whatever. Fuck that. That's so annoying. And now I'm cold. Finally. But anyways, so I just, like, in my mind, had my friends, and I had Dare. And that was it for me. That was my support system. I made it that way. I needed it to be that way. I think, like, our family was just really broken and hurting. And, like, all of us, which is super, like, how could you not be? That's not something you heal overnight. That's not something that heals in a year. But there wasn't any, it was like, it felt like talking about Dad or being visibly hurt or hurting over losing my dad was like not allowed, is how it felt. Like, we never talked about it. There might be a text in the group chat on his birthday, like a red heart, and that's it. And it made me feel like I could not be vulnerable about it, or I was like weak if I was. And that was always like a thing for me, was like I think even before Dad, I was always like, I need to be the strongest in the room. I need to be tough, gritty, whatever. Like, throughout all of, maybe it happened after Dad died, I don't know. But like, I would remember like the gym class tests in middle school, where you had to do like a certain number of push-ups and pull-ups to get like 100% in the 100th percentile, or one top 10 percentile. I don't know what was good or not. And I would go so hard. Like, I needed to be the best. I needed to be the strongest. I needed to be the fastest. I needed to be better than every guy in my class. I needed to be better. Like, the girls didn't suffice it. I needed to be stronger than all the guys. Like, I think it was because I was hurting so deeply and felt so broken and weak for feeling like that, and so lost and confused, that was like my one thing that I could control, was being the best, being the toughest. And then, like, bringing it back to my friends, being my support system, like, I got to control what they knew, what they saw, how they thought of me, how I acted. Like, I was a raging bitch because I wanted everyone to know not to fuck with me. Like, don't add on to the shit that I already have going on. Don't fuck with me. You fuck me over, you're cut off, you're done. You say something bad about me behind my back, you're done. It's a verbal fight. It's a confrontation. Like, I will be a ruthless bitch and make you feel disgusting about yourself and point out all the worst qualities, just to make you feel worse than I was already feeling, just as a whole. So, like, having my friends be my support system was, like, something that I could control the narrative of. Like, haha, my dad's dead. And what about it? Like, I'm fine. And that's something that still I have, like, to this day, is I'll be crying. I'll, like, have so much on me that I'm feeling and dealing with, but I won't let it out. And I won't let it out in private, like, rarely, because I think it's weak, and I don't want to do that, even in private. Like, I don't want that to be a thing that I ever did. Like, I didn't want to lie when I was like, I don't cry. I've never cried. Last time I cried was a year and a half ago. Like, I just wanted that to be a true statement. And into high school and college, when someone would catch me lacking and I had too much going on, I would cry and break down. They would be like, someone would be like, it's okay. Like, Eva, she'd be like, it's okay. Like, you have every right to feel this way. What? They didn't tell me to get over. Whatever. They did not tell me to take exit 17. Oh, because my phone's didn't even have that much time. And she would be like, it's okay. Like, you get to break down. You get to have all these feelings. Like, you've been through so much. Feel it. Like, it's good. And I would be like, total flip. Like, straight face, cold, dry my tears. No one knew I was crying. I'm good. And she would be like, whoa, no, you're not. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Yes, I am. How is that? That's not straight. That is straight. And I'd be like, yeah, the fuck I am. She was like, you were just bawling your eyes out having a panic attack. No, you're not. Let's just talk about it. It's not that big of a deal. And I'd be like, there's nothing to talk about. I'm fine. Like, totally dead. And that stretched into college until about a year and a half ago. It still happens. But now I think it's been going on for so long that it seeps through the cracks, and it's like so overwhelming and buried deep down that, like, when it does come out, like a panic attack or like a mental breakdown about anything at all, I'm like, it just, like, it explodes, and I totally forget that I can't, like, in my mind, I can't be doing that. Like, I can't be breaking down and I can't be crying. Like, that's not a thing that I do. And then I wake up feeling incredibly embarrassed and ashamed of myself, and I can't, like, that's the worst anxiety I've ever had. Like, I could fall. I've jumped into a trash can and my boobs popped out at the football game. Like, don't give a fuck. If I find out I cried the night before to someone, no one's seen me for 2 days. Like, that's disgusting. It makes me want to throw up. It makes me hate myself so much. And I think that stems from our family not being communicative or emotionally, outwardly intelligent, or outwardly emotional in general. So I thought it was never okay to have, like, any sad emotions or anxious or anything. Yeah. So I think that really screwed me up, because then I would find one person that I deeply trusted, like, with my life, that I could not feel so ashamed and embarrassed for having those sad or anxious emotions, and it was Alistair. And then, because he was my only person that I could really, like, latch on to, be really vulnerable with, really, that smells. I, like, would claw to, like, scratch marks on the door to get him back in my life. Like, I could not lose him. He was all I had. Like, I couldn't start over and find a new person that I needed to be vulnerable with. Like, and I, like, it wouldn't have been that hard, but it was like, oh, I have to add another person onto the list that knows that I cry and feel these things. No, that's not happening. But then I would have to, because he would hurt me so deeply. Like, whatever he did, it didn't matter. Like, cheating on me, whatever, like, it was 10 times worse, because I had to find I now had to go be very vulnerable with someone else about how much he had hurt me. Like, he would have been my person that I would go to about that, and I couldn't do that because he would have me, like, blocked, or I would have to block him because also I can't, like, be cheated on and that be like, okay, and glazed over. No, thank you. And why do I have to pay another toll? So then Eva came into the loop of me being able to be upset and cry about it. But then I was like, oh, thank God. This one doesn't have a little thing. I wonder if I'm getting in for free. And then I realized, like, oh, all of my friends cry about a boy. Like, everyone has cried to me about their boy problems. Like, that's socially acceptable. So then, like, the rest of my friend group, my girl group, there is no Gary Ave. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going right now.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Yeah, I get that. You want me to go Klein Ave? Oh, that's a red light, and I ran it. Well, it just turned green for me. Does this thing even know where I am? Because it seems like no. So anyways, so then the girls were allowed to know when, like, Alistair had upset me and I was crying about that. And I'm sure, like, at times there was, like, other little bits and pieces of things that I would be upset over that were bigger than it being Alistair, and I would go to them, sure. But it wouldn't be, like, as often as it was affecting me. So then fast forward into my real life when I didn't have all my high school friends to lean on all the time because I didn't see them every single day. And then I had to find new people. And I just was so in not a right space that I kind of latched onto the wrong people for that. One of which being Shar. And, like, in the moment, sure, she was good. But then she would always make me feel really bad about myself. Like, she would be really helpful and considerate when it came to, like, Dad, or my mom, or something like that. Like, the big stuff. But then when it was, like, littler, and we would talk about it for, like, a second, and then it would, like, we would go to her stuff. And I think, like, everyone in Boulder, because I like, readapted the I'm not crying, I'm fine. And so I think everyone was like, okay, Haley went through her dad killing himself in her basement. I think she can handle that. She can handle that one. Oh, she can deal with that. Like, she's fine. If she went through, like, her dad dying and then not being close with her mother or any of her siblings, really, and then being raped, and then being raped again, and then again, and then losing half her friends, and the whole school turning against her, and everyone in her hometown thinking that she's a drug addict, and spreading that rumor around, and all these other nasty, disgusting, horrible things. Oh, shit. think they were all like, okay, this little shit doesn't, like, bug her. Like, us bailing on this and this, like, that's not a big deal. True, it's not as big of a deal as my dad dying or any of the other shit. But it still does affect me. I still am a human being with expectations of how to be treated. Shocker. Fucking weirdos. And, or like, oh, her best friend ruined their friendship by saying that he was in love with her and wanted to start dating her, and then slept with his roommate's sister. And then decided to sleep with her roommate and start dating her. Oh, that doesn't matter. Like, yeah, that's not great. That's gonna fuck up the friend group for sure, but she's fine. No, and I think that everyone was forgetting, Haley has all this stuff that she obviously has never dealt with because she can never talk about it seriously. And it's always a joke anytime we get any new information about it. Oh, this shit isn't, like, blowing over. It's like, that shit will blow over. That, like, she's totally fine. She's dealt with everything that's happened to her. This won't sit on the top and sit on the top and sit on the top and then overflow and everything explodes. Like, oh, this tiny little thing won't matter, but really, it's what sends me over the edge because there's so much fucking shit that I have buried so deep down that it affects me 20 times more than it should. But I can't let anyone know that. So that I can't be mad. But I'm not very good at being not angry. I'm trying to be better about that, but alright, Waze is just being retarded. I'm trying to be better about that, but, you know, it's not always great. So then I morphed into, in my eyes, a little bit of a drama queen. Because the littlest things were such a huge fucking deal to me. But it's like, I wonder why. Like, let's really sit down and think about why Haley is being affected so much and so deeply about all these things. Maybe because she's been abandoned her entire life? Couldn't tell you. But anyways, so I think that then feeds into my relationships. Because the first relationship I ever really had was all-consuming. He was my entire life. I exiled half my friends because I wasn't supposed to be hanging out with them. Like, they weren't good influences on me, according to him. And, like, my family all hated me. He really made that worse. And that I couldn't trust any of them. And no one was looking out for my best interests except him. And then anytime he would do anything wrong, he was like, well, you don't have anyone else. Like, that's what it was, because I was completely exiled from 15 to 18 years old, 15, 16, 18 years old. And so that's what I knew to be in love. That's what love was. All-consuming, leaving everyone behind because you love this person so deeply. Like, that's how you show you love them. You cut out everyone in your entire life and solely focus on them. But then you translate that into someone like my relationships with other people, romantic, and they aren't people that are like that, or expecting that, or wanting that. And they're like, who the fuck is this crazy chick? Why is she blowing up my fucking phone? That would be me. Yeah, you don't get to not answer me. You're cheating on me then. obviously. Like, I know if you're not answering me, you're clearly cheating on me. I'm not an idiot. But so then I expect the exact same thing back from them. And I don't get it because no one does that. And then I spiral and I'm like, oh my God, this person hates me. Like, they don't like me at all. And then I realized, oh, I really need to take a step back and not be with anyone for a while because this isn't healthy. This isn't a normal, like, that wasn't a normal relationship that I had, and that's not something that I'm going to find again or want to. And that's something that I'm going to keep attracting because it's all I know. So let's fix this, whatever's going on, before we can ever fall in love with someone again or date someone again. And then everything kind of came out of the woodwork a little bit, and it wasn't just, oh, I had this toxic relationship. It was, oh, every man to ever exist is out to get me, ruin my life, hurt me in some way or another. And then I had to teach myself that that wasn't true. Probably spent like 2 years teaching myself everyone is out to get you, every man is going to hurt you, they're going to hit you, they're going to cut you off from everyone you know, they are going to cheat on you, and they're going to be emotionally abusive and really rattle you into a shell of a human being again. And then I was like, wait a second. Oh my God, there were like so many guys that I could have been with throughout that 2 years that were actually good guys that I just kind of threw away and was really disrespectful and rude to and didn't treat them very well because I had that very narrow mindset. So then I spent another 2 years trying to fix that and like unlearn that, but also keep like a healthy boundary. And immediately I met Grady. And I feel bad for that kid because I was not healed in any way. And then I immediately did a full 360 back to all-consuming. You need to be there at my beck and call because I'm at yours. Like, you call me, I answer on the first ring. I text you back immediately. I'm obsessed with you. I'm going to be in love with you in 3 weeks. We're going to get married in a month. And he didn't know me at all. He'd known me for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Except that wasn't one-sided. He did match that energy, I will say. I think that was pretty, like, mutual. We just, like, clicked really fast. And that's what brought out the I'm there for whatever ever you need any time or day. So you need to be there as well. You need to answer my phone. You need to answer me. You need to text me about, like, everything that goes on in your day. Like, the happiest moment, the worst thing, like, something you're stressed about. Like, I need to be your person. I need to be the first one you call. And that's not at all what I was. Because why would I be? We live halfway across the country. So that shattered me into pieces. And then my I can't let go of things that I had with Alistair came right back into the fucking woodwork. And I would be like, okay, I see what I'm doing. I have standards now. I know how I should be treated. He's not doing it. He's not treating me how I need to be treated. Like, in a, like, genuinely healthy, like, relationship way, not like the crazy obsessive way. And he's not doing that. So I need to remove him from my life because I cannot bottle up part of my feelings to match that energy. Like, I feel so strongly, I can't just like kind of shove part of it aside and be a little chiller. I need to completely remove him from my life and get over him. And then I would, and then he would text me and be like, okay, are you done having a little fit? Because I would wait for something to like snap at him for. And I'll be like, I'm not fucking doing this. Like, fuck you, you're dead to me. Block. And I would leave number open. And then he would text me and be like, are you done having a little fit now? And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. That was really quick of me to react. And then all my feelings would come back, and I would expect him to want to pick up where we first began. And it doesn't, because why would it? We live halfway across the country, and I've known him for 3 weeks. I'm on. And never hung out with him outside of work. Why would he devote his entire life and spare time and brain to me? But I wanted it to be that way because that's how it was for me. So that pattern continued. And he broke it down to me the other day. I think I talked about this on my computer. And he was like, I brought something up about how he's mean to me and he hates me as like a joke, but it wasn't a joke, and he knew that. And he was like, Haley, I have talked to you consistently for 3 years now, and I haven't seen you in 3 years. I don't think you understand how big that is, and like that's something to account for. Like, I do have feelings for you and I do love you. Like, that is not something that I've ever done before. Like, I've never talked to someone this long without seeing them. And I think you need to kind of like click that in your brain, because you act like I hate you and think like you're the ugliest person on planet Earth. And I had an opportunity to be vulnerable, and instead I said, shut up, fag. It's because you do act like that. That's not really that productive, Haley. I could have taken that as an opportunity, but I also didn't want to be like, every time we have like a little, he says something like that, then we dive in a little bit. Or like, I will be feeling a type of way and I'm going to be like, well, how can I expect him to fix it? Like I did throughout knowing Grady and having him in my life. I have had some emotional maturity, shocker. And I'd be like, okay, well, I can't be secretly mad at him for like ignoring me for 2 days when he doesn't know like that I'm upset about it, or like I'm upset about XYZ. Like, he hasn't had the chance to explain himself or like share his point of view on it. So I'd be like, hey, like, I'm feeling kind of upset because this, and this. And like, I don't think it's all your fault, but like, that is how I'm feeling, and I am mad at you, and I can't really expect you to do anything about that unless you knew. So I felt like weird just having these feelings and not letting you know and giving you like a chance. And he'd be like, Haley, like, something, but what do you expect me to do? We live 20 hours away from each other. Like, I don't know what you want. Like, I don't know what I don't think I can give you what you want right now. Like, it logically doesn't make sense. And I was like, but I don't want anything from you. I just want what it was in the beginning, when you were obsessed with me and called me every night. And then it would like feel like an attack on me, because it's like, well, you could at one point give that to me, but now you think that you can't and you're incapable. And it's not an option all of a sudden, but like it was possible. So what do you mean? And so then I would be like, okay, he's dead to me. I would give him like a week to kind of like turn it around, pick it up, like act a little better. But he was right. We live 20 hours away. Like, what do I want from him? Why is he devoting his time to like a long distance relationship when we haven't even hung out outside of work in 3 years? Like, why would he give me anything? But I needed it because I felt so strongly and deeply about him. And that rejection was not chill with me. So then Blaze came around. And I was like, my best friend is in love with me. Like, this is gonna be, I think it was a mix of like wanting to keep Blaze in my life because I did love him so much, but I don't think I loved him in the I'm in love with you way. I think it was like, you're my best friend, you're my person, and he felt otherwise, a little stronger and more romantic, and I confused. I was like, well, maybe that, like, maybe deep down I do, and I just haven't let myself realize because I haven't given my chance to, like, feel it. But I don't think I did. I think I just really didn't want to lose my best friend. And I thought that, like, rejecting him when he was so vulnerable with me would ruin it. And we wouldn't be best friends anymore for a while. I think our relationship would change. So I kind of went with it. And then he fucked up. So then I had to deal with the rejection of like someone being like, I'm in love with you, I want to be with you. And me trying to convince myself that I want to be with them, and then they don't want to be with me a week later? The fuck do you mean? Like, I could have rejected you and I didn't. Because you were my best friend. I wanted to like save your feelings and give it a shot and see if I could feel that way. But you didn't even do that. You didn't even do that. Like, you were the one who had these feelings, and then you immediately fucked me over. And it's like, I was willing to like compromise, like kind of force feelings on myself to make you happy because I love you so much and you're my person. And like, why wouldn't I want to have my best friend for life, for like ever, hypothetically? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Like, I'll fucking convince myself that I'm in love with you just to keep you around. And you say you are in love with me, and then you throw it all away a week later. What is that? Like, I was doing so much to keep you in my life for you and to do what you wanted, even though I didn't necessarily want to. And then you don't give me any of that respect back, and you're the one that is in love with me. And I think that was a mix of also feeling really lonely and rejected by Grady as well, that I made that decision to do that. So it's like double rejection by my best friend and the guy that I've been in love with for 2 years at that point. Holy earth-shattering ego. But it's like, you boil it down, I feel so strongly about it because of all the damage and trauma that I've had early on with relationships. And then I feel disgusting can't get over it because I can't fully process it, because in order to process it, I need to process what happened to me in high school. And I can't do that because I blocked half of it out. So it's a lose-lose situation. And I can't win ever. And now I'm like overbearing as fuck. I feel super annoying anytime I text Grady. And now I can't be real with him in any way, because every time I am, he's like, well, what do you want me to, like, I get you, I get what you're saying, but like, what do you want me to do about it? There's nothing that I can do. I don't know how to fix that. I live 20 hours away from you. And then I'm like, yeah, you're right, but I still feel this way. Like, I guess there is nothing you can, like, whatever, fuck. But then he texts me and he's nice to me and he tells me that he loves me like every month. Like once a month. And I fall right back in. And then I get over him, I stop thinking about him as much, and I'm like, bro, reel it in. Like, we've seen this pattern for 3 years. This is how it always goes. He does this and then kind of ghosts you a little bit. And that's that. Like, why do we keep falling for it? And then I'll stop thinking about him, kind of be over it. Like, not really, but like, I'm not thinking about him every day and like being like actually upset about it. And then that's when he texts me again. It's like he knows. It's like he has some fucking telepathy where he wants to fuck with my brain. And then there's Blaze, who also does the same fucking thing and just keeps walking back and forth into my life. And it's like a different type of love that I feel for him, because he was my best friend. It's like a best friend love, not a romantic love like it is with Grady. And I like want it so bad because I want to be loved so deeply, because both of them were like, I feel such strong, deep feelings for, just in different ways. And so it's like, I need to have one. I have nothing now. I need to have one, and they come back at different times every time. And then I can't meet anyone new, because every time I do meet someone new, like Ty, then Grady comes around and I'm like, fuck this kid. I don't feel anything near what I feel for Grady. I don't, like, you get it. He doesn't compare in any way. Except he does, and I just haven't. Like, he's better. He's more mature, he's taller, he's hotter. He's funny. He gets along with my friends. I think Grady would get along with some of my friends. I think Grady would have gotten along with, like, the sophomore year friend group really well. But actually not really, though, because he knew that half of them were in love with me, or was convinced all of them were in love with me. And then Josh just hates him because I cried about him so much in private, but everyone knew. So there's that. I can't move on, can't move forward. I'm stuck in a rut. And that's that. I wish I could. I really want to see Grady over break, but I really don't. I don't want to pop the bubble. I don't want to ruin anything. Like, I would rather it just be as it is than, like, something worse. Like, what if it doesn't go well? What if I'm not good? What if I'm, like, really bloated when he wants to hang out and I look disgusting? What if I, like, say stupid things? Like, I don't know how to be intimate with someone. I need to find a way to be blackout drunk with him, but also, like, it's been 3 years. The second I see him, like, that, there's no opportunity to go do something. Like, we're not going out to dinner. Like, he would come pick me up for dinner, like, theoretically, if we had a dinner plan, and I don't think we would leave. I don't think we would make them. And I, like, have this, ew, this is so cheesy and corny and gross and disgusting, and I want to vomit, but, like, I have this, like, I love him so much, and I don't know why. I don't even really know him, but I do, because he's me. But I, like, have this, like, I keep, anytime I think of him or, like, think about hanging out with him, like, I picture seeing him, and it's like all I want to do is run into his arms and like be with him. Like I want to kiss him, I want to hug him, I just want to be in his skin. But I don't want that at all. Like I want that in my mind, and then I think about actually doing that, and I'm like, get away from me, don't touch me. But I don't want him to, like, I want to be with him. I don't know. Updates if I see him.